In the quiet corners of forests, the bustling streets of cities, and even in the vast open fields, one creature often goes unnoticed, yet it is watching. It's not a predator, nor a prey, but something far more enigmatic, the crow. With its jet-black feathers, sharp eyes, and an air of mystery that seems to follow it everywhere, the crow has long been a symbol of intelligence, cunning, and even magic in many cultures. But what makes these birds so special? Why do they seem to understand the world around them in ways that few animals can? The answer lies in their remarkable intelligence, a trait that has fascinated scientists, naturalists, and even ancient storytellers for centuries. At first glance, crows may seem like just another common bird, but look closer, and you'll find a mind as complex as any human. They are members of the Corvidae family, which includes ravens, jays, and magpies, birds known for their high levels of intelligence. But among them, crows stand out. Their brains are relatively large compared to their body size, and they possess a level of problem-solving ability that rivals that of some primates. In fact, studies have shown that crows can use tools, recognize human faces, and even plan for the future. But how did such a seemingly simple creature develop such extraordinary mental abilities? And why do they continue to surprise us with their behavior? Let's take a journey into the world of crows, where every feather holds a secret, and every action is a testament to their intelligence. The question of animal intelligence has always been a subject of fascination. For years, humans believed that intelligence was a uniquely human trait, something that set us apart from the rest of the animal kingdom. But as we've come to understand more about the minds of other creatures, this belief has begun to change. Crows, in particular, have become a focal point of this new understanding. They are not just clever, they are smart in ways that challenge our very perception of what it means to be intelligent. They can solve puzzles, remember past events, and even teach each other skills. Some crows have been observed using sticks to extract insects from tree bark, while others have learned to drop nuts onto roads so that cars will crack them open. This kind of behavior is not instinctual, it is learned, adapted, and shared. But how does this intelligence manifest in the wild? What do crows actually do when no one is watching? One of the most famous stories involving crows comes from New Zealand, where a group of researchers were studying a population of New Caledonian crows. These crows are known for their advanced tool-making abilities, using sticks to fish for grubs in tree trunks. But what happened next was nothing short of astonishing. A researcher named Alex Taylor was observing a crow named Betty, who had been given a piece of straight wire. Her task was to bend it into a hook to retrieve food from a vertical tube. At first, she struggled. But then, she picked up the wire, bent it into a hook, and successfully pulled out the food. This was the first time a non-human animal had ever created a tool from scratch in a laboratory setting. It was a breakthrough moment, proving that crows could think abstractly and manipulate objects to achieve a goal. Betty's actions challenged the long-held belief that only humans could create and use tools. It also opened the door to a deeper understanding of animal cognition. But Betty wasn't alone. Other crows, including her mate, had also shown similar abilities. This suggested that the intelligence of crows was not an isolated phenomenon but part of a broader cognitive capacity that could be passed down through generations. Not all stories of crow intelligence come from laboratories. Sometimes, they happen in the most unexpected places. Take, for example, the story of a crow in Seattle, Washington, who became an internet sensation. This particular crow, nicknamed Mr. Pigeon, had developed a unique habit: he would steal small items from people's pockets or bags. At first, it seemed like a simple case of opportunistic theft. But over time, it became clear that Mr. Pigeon wasn't just stealing random things, he was collecting them. He stole coins, keys, bottle caps, and even pieces of candy. He would stash them in a hidden location, a small hole in the ground near a park bench. When researchers from the University of Washington came across this behavior, they were amazed. Not only was the crow exhibiting memory and planning, but he was also showing a form of hoarding that resembled human behavior. What was he trying to accomplish? Was he preparing for a future need? Or was it simply a curiosity-driven activity? Either way, it was a fascinating glimpse into the mind of a crow. If crows are so smart, how do they communicate? Do they have a language? While they don't speak in words like humans, crows have a complex system of vocalizations, body language, and even gestures that allow them to convey information to one another. Studies have shown that crows can distinguish between different types of calls, each with a specific meaning. For example, a loud caw might signal danger, while a softer call might be used to coordinate group movements. Some crows even mimic the sounds of other animals, including humans, to confuse or distract potential predators. But what's even more intriguing is their ability to recognize individual humans. In a study conducted in the city of Seattle, researchers found that crows could remember the faces of people who had previously threatened them. They would even scold those individuals by calling out loudly and flying at them. This kind of recognition is not just memory, it's emotional and social intelligence. Crows are not solitary creatures. In fact, they live in complex social groups, often forming families that stay together for life. These groups work together to find food, defend territory, and raise young. But their social structure goes beyond mere cooperation, it is highly organized and hierarchical. In some populations, crows have been observed engaging in what scientists call social learning. Young crows learn from older, more experienced ones by watching and imitating their behaviors. This is a crucial part of their development, allowing them to acquire essential survival skills. But there's more to their social lives than just learning. Crows have been seen engaging in playful activities, such as sliding down rooftops, playing with objects, and even dancing in groups. These behaviors suggest that crows experience emotions and enjoy social interaction, much like humans do. Despite their intelligence and social complexity, crows remain one of the most misunderstood animals in the world. They are often seen as pests, blamed for damaging crops or stealing food. But behind the scenes, they are doing something far more remarkable. They are adapting, surviving, and thriving in environments that most animals would find hostile. In urban areas, crows have learned to navigate busy streets, avoid traffic, and even take advantage of human habits. They have been seen dropping food into the cracks of sidewalks to let cars crush it, or waiting patiently outside restaurants for scraps. Their ability to adapt is a testament to their intelligence. But what really sets crows apart is their resilience. They have survived countless environmental changes, from deforestation to climate shifts, and yet they continue to thrive. How is this possible? It's because of their ability to think, learn, and evolve. As we begin to understand the true extent of crow intelligence, we must also consider the ethical implications of our interactions with them. If crows are capable of complex thought, memory, and emotion, should we treat them differently? Should we reconsider how we manage their populations, or whether we should even classify them as pests? Some scientists argue that crows deserve more respect and protection, not just for their intelligence, but for their ecological role. Crows play a vital role in controlling insect populations, dispersing seeds, and even cleaning up waste in urban areas. They are not just clever, they are important. But despite their value, crows still face threats from habitat loss, hunting, and human encroachment. As we continue to explore their world, perhaps we should also ask ourselves, what responsibility do we have toward these intelligent beings? The study of crows is still in its early stages, and there is much more to discover. Scientists are now using advanced technologies, such as brain imaging and AI, to better understand how crows think and learn. They are also conducting long-term field studies to observe crows in their natural habitats, gaining insights into their behavior, communication, and social structures. One exciting area of research involves the possibility of teaching crows to use technology. Some scientists are experimenting with training crows to operate simple machines, such as levers or buttons, to access food. If successful, this could provide further evidence of their problem-solving abilities and open the door to new forms of interspecies communication. But what if crows could one day understand us in a way we never imagined? What if they could communicate with us directly, not just through sounds or gestures, but through some form of shared language? That may sound like science fiction, but with the rapid advancements in neuroscience and artificial intelligence, it's not as far-fetched as it once seemed. As we conclude this journey into the world of crows, it's clear that these birds are far more than just blackbirds with loud voices. They are thinkers, learners, and survivors. They have mastered the art of adaptation, built complex social systems, and developed a level of intelligence that continues to surprise and inspire us. But for all we have learned, there is still so much more to uncover. Every time we observe a crow, we are witnessing a living puzzle, one that challenges our assumptions and invites us to see the world through a different lens. So the next time you see a crow perched on a branch or flying overhead, take a moment to appreciate the intelligence that lies within that small, black feathered body. You may just be looking at one of the smartest creatures on Earth. And who knows? Maybe the next great discovery about animal intelligence will come from a crow. Crows are not just animals. They are a window into the mysteries of the natural world, a reminder that intelligence takes many forms, and that the line between human and animal is not as clear as we once believed. They are a symbol of wisdom, a creature of myth and legend, and a testament to the power of evolution. And above all, they are a reminder that we are not alone in our quest for knowledge. In the end, the story of crows is not just about their intelligence. It's about our own. Because as we learn more about them, we also learn more about ourselves. And that, perhaps, is the greatest mystery of all.